I'm Alex.
And I'm Teddy.
And we are
The Button Mappers.
Hey, the Button Mappers. Button Mappers. Welcome to the show. The only show on the internet that uses the same 5 jokes every video.
The real question is, why do we have Spencer on today? Hey, Spencer. Welcome.
How's it going, Button Mappers?
Spencer, where are you from?
I'm from Arizona.
No, I mean like the channel, not the fucking location. No one cares.
Oh, I'm from the channel called Arizona. We're in the Itch Network. We do a podcast. We do some news. We're from Arizona. Have I mentioned that?
No, I thought you were gonna say we review Arizona tea.
I was ready for that. I was ready for the iced tea reviews.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of videos of me going, you should try this green tea. That's what you'll hear if you go to the Itch.
No, it's like some SMR stuff, dude. Like
it's all the rage these days.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
This is the first episode we've had a guest. That's a something.
Yeah, and I'm glad that it's me. That's literally what I was about to say.
I'm glad you're glad.
No, I'm happy to be here. I love you guys. Been a big fan of all your work. You did about a month as like a dead zone with Sonic, but other than that, it's been great.
Hey, we did more than Sonic.
You did Sonic and Sega, which might as well be Sonic, right?
Well, get prepared because there'll be more Sonic and Sega. It's never going to end.
I'll get ready.
At least we're honest about it. So, you know.
This is Game Talk. We are doing Game Talk. I know it's going to feel a little disjointed because we have a third person, but...
sorry to ruin it, folks.
But we are doing Game Talk, so I guess, Teddy, we should open with our questions.
Hooray. Well, our first question comes from none other than the man himself, the Itch Network. Hey, look.
I like that guy.
Yeah, what a great guy. Maybe you want to read this one, Spencer, since it's your network.
Yeah, ask us your question.
Didn't it?
You don't even know what it is.
Yeah. Do you like ice cream, and why is it vanilla? I guess wasn't it like something about a picture book?
It was a coffee table book, right?
Yeah, if you could make one game into a coffee table book, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that concept, but what would you choose? And
Explain
why?
the concept of a coffee table book.
Yeah, you know what? A coffee table book it's like a book that you put on, a coffee table. It's a little bit bigger than your average book, and it's usually full of large pictures. Okay. And the pictures might have a little brief description of what you're looking at and why it's interesting.
Okay.
So I think as a button mapper, right, and a map out person, we've done a couple map outs at this point. Well, first off, you're saying like a picture book of all the worlds and environments and some action scenes from the book. Like if I took like a little scrapbook of photos from the game. Am I correct?
I would think that would be the best way. Yeah.
When I interpret the question that way, I got to think of some kind of like Mario Sunshine or maybe Odyssey. I think, the Odyssey game came with that little tour guide that had all the worlds in it. I can't get over how cool that one is. I got some collector's editions that they come with these art books, and I'm just like, character designs. But I really do like the worlds in Mario Odyssey, and I think they would make for some nice pictures.
I was thinking Zelda Wind Waker. I think Zelda Wind Waker would be a really interesting one with the art style.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a good one. Spencer, answer your own question.
I got to answer my own question?
Yeah.
Maybe like Chrono Cross. I just finished that game a little bit ago. Okay. It's got it's in the same vein as Wind Waker. It's got kind of an island theme to it, and then different locales, but they got the same theme running throughout. I think that one would be my pick.
Nice.
A lot of good memories. It would be very confusing though, because that's what Chrono Cross is.
I have no idea what that game is, but I'm sure we'll find out.
Or will we?
At some point. Okay, so Teddy, we have another question. Double feature.
Doot, doot. It's my little button mapper sound effect. Sound of mapping the buttons.
Whoop whoop.
I guess I'm reading it.
Yeah.
Terry309, the essayist. Question. Favorite dark gothic setting in a non-survival horror video game?
Okay, now I just want Terry to change his channel name to the essayist.
Yeah. That sounds like a Batman villain.
The essayist. It's like saying essay, like essay, you know, like
Spanish?
yeah.
Essay.
Essay. I'm the essayist.
It's the most essay.
I'm the most essay. I'm the essayist.
You make for a great essay. How I became the essayist. Anyways. Who's going?
Gothic setting, non-survivor horror game. I'll go ahead. Ghosts and Goblins, all the way. I love those games. And,
What's the setting though?
they're like gothic, like graveyards and castles and stuff, right? And you're like play as a knight and you fight monsters.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a survival game, really. I mean, you have to survive. It's not like it's a platformer.
Is Mario Kart considered a survival horror game? And you got to survive the race, right?
I mean, with some of those matches, there could be some horror. Blue shells.
Blue shells,
Scary, dude.
they're in my nightmares. I've lost a lot of races because of those blue shells. Yeah, I would say there's in the Mario Kart 8, there is a level in like a haunted house.
Yeah, it's like a twisted boo house, right, or something like that.
And the music is fucking badass. So that would be my pick.
Teddy.
Well, I'm very unoriginal here, but I just started playing Bloodborne.
Ooh, that's a good game.
I went to Comic-Con on last Saturday, not the previous one, the one before it.
Mm-hmm.
And they had these coats, and the coats were so legit. I don't know, they were like licensed coats, and there was a Bloodborne coat, and I tried it on. If I can get a picture of it, I'll put it in the podcast video. This thing looks so good that I felt like I had to order this game. The price
Wow.
the price tab on this coat is $500.
Wow.
They also had like Assassin's Creed coats,
My
maybe
favorite.
Dark Souls or something. I don't remember what the other one was, but it was so cool that I ordered the game and I started playing it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I suck at this shit.
It's a good game, though. I don't want to talk too much about that game because I'll like to talk about it at some point. But that's what I think like a modern Castlevania would be, is what Bloodborne is.
Mm-hmm.
My best advice for getting through it.
I just want to say like that's my setting. That's the setting I'm thinking about because that's the coat that I want.
Just so you can wear that coat?
If I could beat that game, I'm going to order that coat.
Wow. That's a good goal,
Mm-hmm. Spencer, I cut you off. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say my best advice for you to beat that game is to play a different one.
Hey, you know what? That game's like better than Dark Souls, at least terms of like playability.
I agree.
So.
Yeah, I like it more than Dark Souls too.
Yeah. Well, that was it. Riveting conversation, guys. Yeah, I like the game too. Yeah.
I concur.
This is Game Talk. We talk about games on Game Talk. And,
Who's starting?
I don't know. I always go last, so I feel like I should still go last.
I feel like today is not about me or you, Alex. Today is about our guest. We are very welcome to have him. We always talk about Spencer, and I'm glad to have him here too.
I always say great things about Spencer.
You said some pretty disparaging comments about the Itch Network on your show. I've heard them. I've been paying attention.
No. It was a different one. It was a.
Oh, it was the other Itch Network.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate them. They're just the worst. So a game that I played, I was gonna bore you guys to tears with Chrono Cross.
Bore us, dude.
A complicated, absurd, almost anime-ish game. No, I don't like that anime. But then I saw another game on Saturday night, and I realized I had to talk about this one. So I'm going to go with the other one.
What is it?
It's a game called Katamari Damacy.
Ooh, cool.
Damacy. There it is. So hard to pronounce the game. Those Japanese, the way they speak is so weird. It's difficult for me.
You know how to say it, Teddy?
Katamari Damacy. But it's not
that much.
spelled like the way it should be pronounced in Japanese, so I understand why. It's kind of hard to pronounce that one.
Yeah. Katamari Damacy, if I'm pronouncing that correctly now that I'm educated, is a really, really, really unique game that came out on the PlayStation 2 in 2004. I played the Reroll edition, which is on the Switch, and I believe PC. I don't know if it came out on anything else. I just know it came out on those. And it is a game where you play as the prince in this little green suit. And your king, the king of all cosmos, screwed up royally, pun intended, and removed all the stars from the sky.
Oh, shit.
Really, all the lights from the sky, because the moon's in there, too. And it's your job to fill it back up. But
how do you do that?
the way you do it is by going to Earth and rolling shit up in a ball and throwing it into the sky.
Duh!
I mean, obviously. It is one of the most interesting games if you're talking about it to people that don't play video games or have any knowledge of what you're talking about. It defies any video game that they've ever heard of, ever. And
I've always wanted to play this game, but I've never had the chance.
you should totally play it. It's on sale right now for like $18.
I should get it on Switch.
Yeah, it's great. It's very short. It'll probably last you 4 to 5 hours, but maybe that's a good thing in today's market. I don't know.
Nothing wrong with short games.
Yeah. It's now this is a Reroll edition, so I guess it's like remastered, but it doesn't look it. It looks pretty much as I remember it on the PS2, which looks fine. It's very, very low polygon count, but it makes it fun because everything looks really simple and it looks nice when it's all collected in one big ball. It's great. You start out as like the size of a thumbtack, and by the end of a level, you might be the size of a small dog or a garbage can. And of course, as you progress throughout the game, your ball becomes so big that you're plucking up islands, Godzilla, clouds from the sky. It is quite the journey, and it almost feels like I'm a big RPG guy. It almost feels like an RPG played out over like 5 minutes or 12 minutes. Because your growth is like 1 minute you're struggling because a cat keeps knocking you over, and literally a minute later you're grabbing that cat and plucking it out of the air, and he's like tails wiggling in the air, and it's just wonderful. I totally recommend it to anybody.
What was here on the Button Mappers, we like to look at the map of things, right?
Sure.
What was like the stage that really hit home for you? Because I feel like this is a game where environment is key.
Yeah.
Was there anyone that you rolled through that you found like, oh my gosh, what am I doing right now?
Well, what's kind of interesting about the game is that it actually shares basically the same environment throughout the entire game. It's just that your scale becomes bigger and bigger and bigger with every level. The second to last level really clicked with me. One, because the music, I don't remember if the music is specific to each level, but the song that was playing when I was doing the second to last level, official level, there's little side levels, but I don't count those. It really resonated because it really took you from being really, really small to really, really big. I was almost able to pluck out islands and everything. And there's just a certain sense of achievement in seeing something in the distance and being like, whoa, that's huge. I'll never be able to roll that up. And then like 10 minutes later, after you've rolled up the world, you just stare at it and you're like, I'm going to get that. Maybe it was a guy that knocked you over or something. You pluck him out, and that's the one where you really see it. And then obviously the last one is a continuation of that. But once you really tackle something large, that game really shines.
Now, what I'm trying to think, because it sounds like you just do the same thing for each level, right? You just collect things. Does it get monotonous? Does it get old?
No. And one thing is that it's a pretty quick game. This game knows what it is. It gets in, gets out. You're done quickly. The things you can collect, there's thousands upon thousands of different things, and some of them make noises when you pick them up. They go like rah or something, and they'll wiggle around. The things you can pick up can be so like you wouldn't like it's a fire pit, and there's an actual fire, but you pick it up and just with you. It like doesn't make any sense, but it's just funny that you can pick it up. So no, I don't think it gets boring, but also again because it's very brisk and just kind of sprints to the end, which I appreciate as somebody who doesn't do side content in any games. Listening to you guys talk about Super Mario Odyssey, I was like, oh my god, I ran through that game like there's a fire behind me. One maybe problem with the game that newcomers might have is the controls. It uses a 2 joystick system that can be a little bit difficult to get the hang of, but honestly, I think once you get the hang of it, it's pretty intuitive. But I could see people that are not as open-minded having a real problem with going left and right, because you're controlling a ball, but it's weird to use two sticks to control it. But
that game's always had funky controls, though. I do remember the PS2 version being a little clunky, I guess.
Yeah.
I've never played it. This has always been one of those games that like I've always like heard people talk about, like, oh, wacky PS2 game. It's Japanese and stuff, but I've never actually played it.
Yeah, I see so much wacky crap, and I'm like, oh, that's just goofy, whatever. But this one is like legitimately good.
Is it funny?
It's got like a really dry Japanese sense of humor.
Okay.
Like it's definitely like an Adult Swim-y kind of.
Oh, okay. Like,
humor.
Yeah.
Where the characters they don't show like almost any emotion, and they just kind of talk and they'll say some goofy things, but it's like the opposite of an anime where they're like screaming and their eyes are bulging out of their heads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So on a scale from Clue Land to 10, what would you rate this?
Well, is that like a 9 versus a 10? I don't understand your grading
Clue
system.
Land is a 0.
On a scale of Clue Land to 10, I give it a Gitaru Man.
Ooh. Yeah, you know what? It does seem like it has the same like humor,
Yeah. And I will say, in some ways, maybe I'm overstepping it. Maybe I'm overthinking this game, but it's possible that this game is really shooting for something a little bit more spiritual. You can totally tell that it gives you this empowerment, and you start off small, and the goal is to always think bigger. You could look at that from a spiritual perspective. You could look at it from a financial perspective, or just a personal growth perspective. But either way you look at it, it encourages you to grow and to think big, and that your dreams, no matter how far away or how vast, are always attainable.
Beautiful. Fucking beautiful, dude.
Jesus. That was...
I almost cried there.
It's also got a bitchin' soundtrack. You should hear it. Some of the tracks are pretty awesome.
Can you sing us one?
No.
That was good.
I'm thinking like one of those football themes. Na 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 na.
Just like rolling out in the field, rolling up all the players. Like,
yeah. You do that at one point.
Oh my god. Well, thanks for sharing, man. You got anything else you want to say about Katamari Damacy?
No.
Okay. Well, if you put it that way, I guess we'll move on. Teddy, what's your game?
Slain. I can't say. It has exclamation points, so I really want to do it justice. The best way to do it justice would be to say it with like a heavy metal inflection, like slain. Back from hell. I'm sorry to my girlfriend who's in the other room. But this is
serious.
Yeah, it gets real serious. It's heavy metal to the max. You have you talked about a bitchin' soundtrack. Well, this one is roaring through the clouds. It's heavy metal as fuck. It's platforming. I guess it's like Castlevania meets Super Meat Boy. That's, I guess, how I would describe it. I'm not finished with it. My issue this time with Game Talk was I spread myself too thin and I tried to do too much, and I picked the game that I'm least likely to continue playing. General questions?
Is there a story to this game?
Yeah, some Viking shit. I don't really.
It's just some Viking shit.
So I don't know. You're this like grizzly-looking guy with a white beard and long hair, and there might be some story about like avenging your family, but you fight some mythical creatures like werewolves and witches. You
Did
carry
you play The
an
Witcher?
axe. Say?
Did you not play Slain and actually just play The Witcher 3?
It could be a mix.
So Teddy, what compelled you to make this your game for Game Talk if you knew you were going to finish it? Like what drew you to the game?
The sale price.
Okay.
$5.99. No, actually, I remember people talking about this when I used to watch pickups videos. I saw it on one channel, and then I saw it on the Switch eShop. I've had my Switch for like 2 months, so I'm kind of looking to like slowly build my collection. And I was looking for a good platformer, a challenging one. And this one has some challenge, but it's also pretty fair. It works on a checkpoint system, so you go through the level and there's checkpoints. There's not a life count, but there is a health meter. And I don't know. I like the aesthetic. I guess that's our favorite word now. But one cool thing about it is, you clear one of the levels. There are these massive sprawling worlds, and your guy literally busts out headbanging and like is playing this heavy metal riff. It's really cool as far as like a niche game, I guess I would say.
Okay.
Well, if you had a scale, like a balance thing, I'm doing a thing even though you're not going to put the video on here, but if you had some kind of scale, what percentage of it, maybe that's the way to do it, would be platforming, and what percentage would be combat?
Primarily combat. There is some nasty platforming though. Now I said Super Meat Boy intentionally before. There's parts where you're like jumping over spikes, and you have to also attack the baddies or whatever.
So it's not for the faint of heart.
No, definitely not. But it's clearly indie.
What does that mean? Clearly,
as
indie.
far as the graphic quality, it doesn't look like a Flash game or anything. But your guy, you can't even see his face.
Has it like retro throwback feel?
Pixely,
Yeah.
Like 16-bit or what?
No, probably a little less. Although I'm not going to say it's
little
like
less.
ugly. I would say 8. It's probably closer to NES. Also, I'm reading about it right now. Apparently, the first game released, it was just called Slain. Or Slain. Whatever. I don't know. Slain. And the game was received negatively. And so they actually re-released it as a new title, Slain Back from Hell, which was a little more well-received.
Because they changed the name?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, that's exactly what did it.
I guess.
People were like, fuck this game, dude. Just Slain? And then they added a subtitle. They were like, yeah, hell yeah.
It's those damned pickup videos you were watching. I'm telling you, those guys don't play any of those games. They pick them up.
It could be.
They pick them up and they go, whoa, this game, I really like this one. They picked up 20 games. They didn't play Slain.
Yeah, they were just like, yep, this is a one that I have now.
Yeah. It's real good.
I like the back of the box.
They ordered 5 of them from Limited Run just to say they got it from Limited Run.
Yeah.
That kills me.
I got stuck. There's a part that is kind of heavy on the platforming, but like you have to avoid the spikes, and there's these little tiny witches that carry knives, so like something out of The Grudge, and they slay you, funnily enough, and they can knock you back into the spikes. And then also the game has a parry system, so you can parry attacks and then hit a guy for massive damage. I'm not going to say this is all bad. There's some really cool stuff to see if you get the chance to see it. There's one part where I transformed into a werewolf and was like dashing through a stage, chomping through enemies. And there's another part where I'm fighting a whole pack of werewolves. Like, the game has its moments. It's cool. It's just goddamn hard.
I have this game too, and I haven't played it, but I do agree with the price point thing. Like, I know I bought it because it was like dirt cheap, and I was like,
originally
cool.
$19.99. I would not recommend overspending. I'm so biased when it comes to indie games. I don't like the look of a lot of them. I would just prefer to pay premium for a good game, like a game I know is like tried and true.
I hear that. I don't play indie games. I think they're the devil.
Wow.
I think they're for communists, honestly.
Mm-hmm. And that's why we don't go to Arizona.
We put tariffs on indie games over here in AZ.
You just got to switch your area code to Oregon.
Yeah.
All right, Teddy. The new patented Game Talk scale, Clue Land to 10.
Jeez. I would give this one a solid Bram Stoker's Dracula Plus.
Ooh. Okay. Good.
I haven't actually played Bram Stoker's Dracula. But I just think
Sounded
it
good,
sounds
though.
Yeah. That's my rating.
And I like that you kept it in the same, close to the same theme.
It's Halloween, baby.
Ooh, that's the sound of a werewolf.
I thought it was a pumpkin.
All right. Well.
Guys, we got one more game. And it's time to talk. Alex, you're up.
What have I been playing, guys?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, okay. I've been playing River City Girls.
I'm supposed to play that with JD on Friday or something.
I'm a girl on the inside.
In the river?
In the river.
By the city.
River City Girls. So River City Ransom. I'm not going to pronounce the names. I'm going to put that out there. I'm just going to say those guys or those girls because fuck me speaking Japanese. It's not going to happen. And I'm going to say it wrong. And somebody in the comments is going to be like, it's actually Makoto, not Makoto or something like that. I'll be like, shut the fuck up. I don't care about your Japanese name.
I could just correct you right now.
I know, but yeah. I just, so I'm not going to do it. Anyway. So it's not, so like River City, the series has been going on for like ages now. And this is more like a spin-off, I guess. And it's like the original two main characters from the first game get captured or something like so you play as their girlfriends instead on a wacky like mix up. But it's a really good like side-scrolling beat 'em up by Way Forward. And I love Way Forward.
Oh, they did the other girl game too, right?
Girl game. You know, the girl
I don't mean
game.
it as in like game for girls.
That
but
is
the game with, like,
Shantae.
the girls and the water guns.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
Dead or Alive Extreme Beach
What are you
Volleyball.
talking about? No, Way Forward makes like Shantae. They made Mighty Switch Force. They do a lot of
talking about.
what? Oh, Mighty Switch Force. Sorry, I know what you're thinking of. Yeah, that one.
Girl games. Never mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
they made a boy
Continue.
and his blob on Wii and stuff. Like, they make some pretty good platformers. And this is a beat 'em up, and they did a really good job. It's really interesting because the first time I played it, I was expecting like Double Dragon or something, but it actually plays more like Scott Pilgrim the game. Have you guys ever played that game? It's pretty fun.
I never played it, but you're not the first person to say it plays like that.
Yeah, because it has a lot of there's a lot of interactivity with the environment. You can go in the stores and buy more stuff for upgrades. You can it's really it's less of like a level to level game, and it's more of like an open city almost. Like you kind of travel around. Like you'll have to backtrack sometimes. It's really.
Did you play River City Ransom?
I have. Not much. I only picked this up because it looked like the art style looked really good and it's Way Forward. But I have not played the original game much, so I can't comment on that. I'm not a River City fan.
Why is this game a standout for the beat 'em up genre? Would you say, or is it?
I think it is. Well, do we really see a lot of beat 'em ups? I know they're doing Streets of Rage 4 soon, and they've done I think they did Double Dragon or something recently. I don't know. Or something I don't know. So we don't really see a lot of beat 'em ups now, you know? And I don't know. It's just a solid, fun co-op beat 'em up.
Did you play it with friends?
Yes. I also played it by myself, and I have to say it is more enjoyable with friends, but what beat 'em up isn't more enjoyable with friends? Right. I did enjoy the fact that since I think the original creator of Double Dragon also helped create River City, so you'll be to learn special like new attacks, you have to go to the dojo and buy it, and the dojos are ran by Jimmy and Billy from Double Dragon, which was a nice touch.
Sick.
Yeah, and then also Abobo from Double Dragon is also a boss fight. So
nice.
Yeah, so there's a nice Double Dragon love, and I do love Double Dragon.
How long is this game?
Not very long. It's like I don't know how to put a scale to it. Maybe 5-6 hours.
That's about a good amount of time.
Maybe maybe an hour 45 minutes per area. But like I said, it is a lot of backtracking. Like the first area, you break out of your high school and you're in the city streets, and then you have to get into the mall. But the mall's locked, so you have to go find the house for the security guard that has the key to the mall. and get his key, and then go back to the mall and open it. It's kind of like a mission thing. So it kind of like doesn't play on the basic like beat 'em up tropes of just walk left, just walk left. You know.
Do you feel it has any kind of replay value for you?
I haven't completely finished it. I am near the end, so but I would like to go back because I know that you do unlock more characters after you beat it. So that might add a little more playtime for me. But with this kind of game, it's just fun to go back through anyway. I like playing these kind of arcade beat 'em ups, like like Double Dragon or stuff, or like Streets of Rage.
I'm kind of disappointed that it's only 2 players.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? That's true. I mean, even like the Scott Pilgrim game was 4-player.
Yeah. I think of like Castle Crashers, man.
That one just came out too on Switch.
Yeah, what a great game, and it's like
I've been eyeing
just
it up.
put 4 people in there. What's it gonna do?
The art style is really nice. It has like all the, of course, Spencer, all the drawn stuff is anime, but all like the in-game graphics are like 16-bit almost.
Oh, bunch of hentai. Get the hentai out of my video games.
And it's a pretty funny game too. The writing's really good. The voice acting's really good. I actually think, now that I think about it, I forgot Arc System Works also worked on this.
Wow.
Yeah, that's something. They made, yeah, so that's cool. It has really good fighting mechanics.
They made all the fighting games JD likes.
Yeah, it has really good like mechanics. Well, aren't you playing it with him? Maybe that's why.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's why you picked it.
But it's so like when you earn upgrades and stuff, like you actually earn like combos, and actually have to like, it's a little more involved than I think a lot of other beat 'em ups are, which keeps it fresh.
That's kind of how that series always was. They, always giving you like upgrades.
I need to go back and play. I can play the first one on the NES Switch service thing. They need a good name for that. Like, what the fuck is it called? Like, just like Nintendo Entertainment System on Switch or something? Like,
yeah, I guess I don't know what they're doing.
What the fuck is it called?
Used to be like a virtual console.
Yeah, just call it the virtual console, Nintendo. Like, what?
It's not the virtual console though. That's not a fair comparison.
It's not. Yeah, but just call it something. Like because I have to say like the NES streaming service on the Switch or something. Because
NES Online, I think. I'm not sure.
Is okay. Maybe that's works. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, the first one's on there, so maybe I should go back and play that.
I looked up Way Forward on Wikipedia,
Go ahead.
and I think this is a misnomer, but you can tell me if I'm wrong. In 2019, it says under Gameography, Bloodstained.
Did they publish it, or did they?
I don't think they did Bloodstained. It's saying some by Artplay and 505, but I just thought as far as like their legacy, wow. How many Shantae games are there? God damn.
Like 5.
Too many.
I know they did some of the Adventure Time games, which, I mean, I like, but
What's the price point you'd recommend this one at?
I bought it at 30. Unless you're a hardcore beat 'em up fan, maybe not 30, maybe like 20. It'd be a solid price for it.
Okay. And as per tradition, on the scale of Clue Clue Land to 10, how worth it is it?
Streets of Rage 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's still
Puts it up
a really good game. It's just, you're talking about a beat 'em up in a modern age.
Okay.
They're rare, man. Take them while you can get them.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's a real hidden gem.
It's a real hidden gem. Well, welcome to today we're talking
Was it worth
about
it?
Today we're talking about hidden gems on the Atari Jaguar. Today we have Spencer here. Spencer, tell me about hidden gems on the Atari Jaguar.
Nobody knows about Legend Jumper.
What the fuck is Legend Jumper?
It's a game where you jump and you're a legend for doing so.
Legend Jumper.
I hate all those Atari games.
There's
There's not a single Atari game I would ever play.
If nobody makes Legend Jumper now, I'm gonna be sad. Like the homebrew community, man. Come on, get on that Legend Jumper for the Jaguar.
Legend Jumper. Yeah, it'll make it also as bad as every other game that's on there.
What, on the Jaguar? they got Bubsy.
Oh yeah. On the scale of Cuckoo Land to Bubsy.
Oh shit. That's like saying from 0 to 1. I don't think you can go in between. Because at least Bubsy's like playable, you know.
News to me.
Oh. Well, I guess that was game talk. I thought we were gonna go
triple
longer
threat
than
today.
usual, but we're only at 35. Wow.
Yeah, triple threat.
Triple
Three
threat.
games. Any of the listeners, viewers at home, guys, have you tried these games? What did you think? What you been playing? Have you subscribed to the Itch Network? Because you should.
Spencer, can you do your best Sonic impression?
Sonic impression.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I can.
Come
do
on,
a
come
Sonic
on, man.
What if we give you the line?
What? Gotta go fast. Is that what the line's gonna be?
You
Yeah.
do got to go fast. Something about chili dogs.
Yeah, chili dogs.
What? Doesn't he have like an attitude voice?
Yeah, well, it depends on what version you're doing. I like doing like the Dreamcast era where he's like, yeah, we're way past cool, man. you know, where he's like just like, yo, egghead, you know, like that one where he's just like weirdly like 90s.
All right, here we go.
Gotta go fast. He just fucking screamed it.
That's what Sonic does, man.
That's a good soundbite right there.
It.
We'll use that for our Sonic 2 map out.
My game's disappointing.
I
think I heard him say that
I
once.
like making it more sound like he's more like a surfer guy almost. So,
Oh, go for it.
what? No, I mean, I already did it earlier. Easy. So, you know. I already did it. Just rewind the video.
Doing it right now.
Okay. Sounds good. Well,
Wait,
What?
how come Teddy doesn't have to do a Sonic impression?
Oh, Teddy. you
I've
wanna do
done
one?
mine, and I did it as Peach accidentally. So
As Peach?
Hey, you know what?
I could see how that would happen.
Guys, I have cool news. Spencer, you don't care. The new Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games demo is out. I told you.
are you going to the Olympics?
Yeah.
The Mario Olympics.
Who are you rooting for?
Daisy.
Good choice. Spencer?
Why? Is she super thick?
Hi, I'm Daisy. You gotta love Daisy.
I would probably go for Toad. I always do.
All right. Team Toad.
Not any. What about? Isn't there Big the cat? Isn't he a character
Not in
in
those.
Sonic?
I would actually pick Metal Sonic because he's a fucking robot, and how is he allowed in the Olympics? He's a fucking robot. Like, he wins.
That's your game. That's the game that you're excited for.
It's
You've
not-
made it.
I
very
am
clear.
excited for this. I don't know why. It's like like the 7th one, or no, this is the 6th one, and I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, they all suck. You're gonna get it? Seriously?
Yeah, dude. Why
That
not?
should be your next. Whenever it comes out, that'll be your game talk.
Maybe, probably. It's like next month. So,
Well,
I
we
don't know
got
when this is
Yuka
going
as
up.
well.
But
I bought my copy today.
oh yeah,
Oh, the
ukulele
ukulele?
and the Impossible Lair. That game's good.
Yeah.
We're playing that.
I think we were going to talk about that at some point, weren't we, Alex? Because I
What?
remember getting ukulele.
Oh, the
I remember
first
getting
one.
ukulele. Yeah, and I was playing it, and it was fine. It wasn't like a bad game, but I got to a point where it kept asking me a bunch of questions, like quiz questions about ukulele.
Maybe.
And I tried it like 3 times and then gave up and then never went back to it.
Spencer, that's the beginning of the game.
Yeah, it was like past like the very first world, and then they're like, "Let's ask you some questions." I'm like, "No," and I left.
No, what is it? A fucking cat test? What is it?
Do you want to join us? We could do it.
For what?
A Yuka video?
Sure.
Maybe a game talk or map out or
Map
something?
out. Map out's
Discord?
what we're doing with that.
It's got to be the first one.
Yes.
Yeah, we can do the first one.
Okay, I'll go back and try to get further than that. It was fun. It was a good game.
Cool. Spencer, I wanted to ask you a question as well while you're on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Just what do you want to see from our channel going forward?
Ooh, what do I want to see?
More Sonic content.
I want to see a combination because I know Teddy likes RPGs, and I know you both, for some god awful reason, like Sonic. So I want to see you guys review Sonic Dark Brotherhood.
Ooh, I had to get that shit. It's like one of the few Sonic games I've never touched.
Thrilling game that nobody ever talks about. I actually played it a little bit. It's
BioWare,
not
right?
Horrible. Yeah, it's BioWare when they didn't suck, and they made an RPG out of Sonic the Hedgehog. So something like that would be great. I would love to see your guys' take on Super Nintendo. That was my heyday. Is that how you call it? I was young and impressionable, so that Super Nintendo was big for me. I'd like to hear Teddy's take on or play some Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I just got to pick my platform at this point.
We are. I'm currently in the process of playing the 11 demo, which is long enough for me to enjoy by itself before I pick up 11. So
if you end up actually playing, it's 120 hours long.
Yeah,
just so you know.
11, right?
Yeah. But if you guys do play, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. I played on the PS4, and I'm itching to get it on the Switch, but I have other games to play.
That'd be hard to do a map out on, but maybe we could do something with it.
Yeah, like a discourse or something, or both double up game talk.
Yeah.
But no, I love the content you guys are putting out, and I just want you to keep making more of it. I just love hearing it.
Thanks, man. Every Monday. That's our goal.
Is that the schedule? Every Monday?
Every single Monday we upload one video.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Button Mapper Monday.
Put it on my calendar.
Take Monday and turn it into Button Day.
National Holiday Button Day.
Your sworn buttons.
I'll not update that calendar to say that. I'll just keep it at Button Mapper Monday. I'll say that.
Monday. All right, good enough.
Well, I feel like we're at the end of our rope, guys. It's been a good show. Thanks for coming on, Spence.
I loved it. Thanks for having me.
Yes, please give Spencer a rating on the Clue Land to 10 scale on his guest appearance in today's Game Talk.
You know what I thought about? We did 3 games this episode. Terry's gonna write 3 books.
I can't wait to read them. That Terry guy, he's
dedicated.
He's awesome, man.
He's a madman. I can't spend like more than a second writing a comment before I'm like, what am I doing again? like what am I doing again? But he's dedicated. He goes. Maybe we'll have him on sometime.
Yeah, I feel embarrassed writing comments next to that guy. I wrote like five comments a video or whatever.
You write comments as you listen.
The stream of consciousness. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I was thinking I've like picked up on that.
Yeah. And then when I look afterwards, because sometimes you guys will respond, sometimes you won't, but sometimes you guys will respond.
Sometimes you won't. You sound really sour about that. Jeez.
Just a little bit, but and then I look at him, and he's wrote like you said in a book. He's an encyclopedia, and it's so intelligent and so well written, and mine looks like crap.
Yeah, yours is like Sonic is poopy.
Sonic no good. I don't like.
The only reason I won't comment back sometimes is if it's a Game Talk question. I tend to just not respond to it to use it later. That's like a strategy I use for which RT speaks to. So I apologize on that.
No,
end.
I'm just playing.
Okay.
I leave like 4 comments, and some of them were like Alex said, like just say poopy. Like sometimes the comments are just that. Like
yeah,
need to validate that with a response. No, I love your guys' content. It's great stuff. I think everybody should check out Button Mapper Monday. Be there. I pointed at the camera, but you can't see.
Are you shouting out our own show on our show?
Absolutely.
I don't
And
know
you know
what
what?
that's gonna do.
You know what? If you're already watching, you already know what's up. But I think on Thursday I'll give you guys a big shout out too, in a very similar fashion.
Cool.
I'll say, boy, I can't wait for Button Mapper Monday, and they'll say, "What are you talking about?"
What's-
Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
So, I think I'm drunk.
And
I don't know what I'm talking
everybody
about
was
anymore.
confused. Listeners, don't forget to leave us your questions. We need questions. We need questions like the heart needs blood.
Yeah, we kind of spaced on that one. A little sooner. Guys, leave a
was
question.
dark.
Yeah, Alex is right.
And so okay, guys, I guess this is it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. Spencer, I tried to go this whole time without saying anything negative towards you.
I appreciate that.
So, but moving forward, I think I'll drop that.
I know, it's just because I'm here.
I
My
know,
presence
I
is
know.
intimidating, but as soon as I
Well,
watch one of your videos, it's just going to be blasphemy all over it.
Well, I'll just tell you not to comment, and you'll comment like 5 times.
Absolutely. I don't listen to that.
Comment like
go
a
my own
Sonic,
way.
comment like a Sonic video, and I'm like, why is he listening to my Sonic video? The fuck does he care about Sonic?
All right, guys, that's it.
Bye.
Bye. Shit. Do you think we made enough Clue Clue Land jokes? Should we make another one?
Yes.
Go, Spence, Clue Clue Land joke, go.
What's worse than Clue Clue Land?
What's that?
Legend Jumper.
Legend Jumper. All right, guys. See you later.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.